parked and we're ready to go. Again, the first competition is going to be our best trick contest. Raceway, wave those flags in the air for the tow truck, Towasaurus Rex! Got a pretty good wheel. Talked about it, fans, a brand new setup underneath that truck. The shocks were not working correctly. You see that truck is rebounding really hard, and that is not what he was looking for out here. They're going to go back to work on that truck, try to make some changes for monster truck racing coming out. So not what the youngster, the second generation driver gave. You better move, you better dance, let's make a night you won't remember. The one you won't forget. That tire is now all the way across the track there. Got one of our rough truck corners completely put underneath the front of the truck. What a wild run. action, you gotta be a part of the party. The more flags these drivers see waving in the air, the more action you're gonna get. She's representing you. This is Rosa Ciance. Rosa Ciance and the Team Nasty. You see they got a fleet of vehicles out here. Rosa in that Jeep. Now, some of these look like they are stock, but you hear when they get on the gas, you can see some of the suspension modifications. These are the Pro Rough Trucks of Maine going for these statewide points championship right here. Time to beat 29.4 as we set the racing bracket. Rosa Ciance, she is underway, and she might only be in two-wheel drive. We're going to see how that works out for her. First corner, again, this is tough on these incredibly slick conditions, and only rear-wheel drive. That might hurt her a little bit. You see the rear wheels throwing all that muck. Up and over the ski jump now. Big slide. Way wide in the corner. And she might even have to back up. She's going to hit our light pole down there. She's just going to make it. And this is going to be a tough run for Rosa Ciance as she crosses the finish line with that second jump right there. On the far side, 42.5. Ouch, 42.5. Not what she was looking for right there. But again, this is just single lane qualifying. We're putting these trucks with the name out here. This is the Stupid Jeep. This is Quinn Ciance, part of the Nasty Racing group out here. Looking for that green light. 29.4 the time to beat. The Stupid Jeep, you see a huge landing right there. You heard that thud. Sliding around again, kind of missing the corner, but better than the competitors in front of them. Up and over the rhythm section, violent landing around the final corner, trying to not put it into the wall, just barely misses it. Time to beat was at 29.4. The Stupid Jeep goes 32.0. Puts the Stupid Jeep in second place. Coming up next, this is the total loss of Nolan Haskell. Another one of the tough Jeeps out here. Part of the last minute racing team, the total loss. Here we go, getting lined up and ready.
Okay, you're okay, I'm right here.
And he is going to be pointed over to the opposite lane again. They do switch lanes back and forth. Trying to get him timed up here. Making sure everything is even. The total loss, Nolan Haskell. You hear that one already having some issues for sure. He had some issues earlier. Got it fixed up here. We're going to see if he can get that 29.4. Beat that time by the anvil. Take it easy over the rhythm section. Sometimes that is the way to go, to keep those tires on the ground, try to keep moving forward. Pretty good turn, did not go very wide. We're going to see if he can get this turn down here. Nope, it is going to swing out on him here as well. Hear the power steering absolutely squealing for its life. 33.3 for the total loss. 33.3. That is currently third place. Coming up next, this is the man who won the. Big time air. Can he make this corner? Oh, swings it around. Yeah, that is what I'm talking about right there. Getting nasty with it for sure. Up and over the rhythm section now. And he's swinging around without getting into the wall. There's the final corner. Can he get the power down? We got a new fast time. 28.2. 28.2 goes to the pole. Remember, the pole sitter gets that free pass into the semifinals. Now the truck, undoubtedly the most horsepower in the field, but can he get that horsepower to the ground? This is Kevin Hicks in the adrenaline rush. Kevin Hicks in the adrenaline rush. He struggled a little bit earlier today because that truck just makes so much horsepower, pretty much blowing the tires off it. We're going to see what he's got here. Kevin Hicks, the adrenaline rush, is staged up and ready. 28.2.
Now, did you?
Truck shut off.